If you take care of the healthcare providers, they will take care of the patients.
You lead one of the largest physician owned radiology groups. So, for those interested in leadership in private practice, what are the most important lessons you've learned along the way?
I think, in some senses, the entry to participation in leadership in whether academics or private practice is a willingness to do the work. Important that we recognize this. Do not underestimate the importance of emotions, feelings, and psychology and how you either manage physicians, manage staff, or dealing with your patients. It is easy for us to get overly rational and scientific when a lot of these soft skills are very, very important. Sometimes your capacity for drudgery is what will get you to the inspiring or motivational work. And I don't want people to miss out on really opportunities that they can develop over time because they were intimidated or afraid of a little bit of boring and drudgery work.
Yeah, I think you really hit the most important point because for physicians, sometimes there's no financial drive to do the leadership work. What do you see as the biggest benefits and the challenges for physician owned private practices?
We see the importance of physician leadership in that we decide our own future. There will always be compromises. When we have to make those compromises, we want to make them using our values and our judgments. A challenge in there that I see for independent physician practices is, we're in a phase of healthcare that requires some degree of bigness. But the challenge then that even if you accumulate size, your new challenge is culture. And how do you make people have a certain sense of loyalty and ownership to a
Mhm.
practice that's now large and has a diffuse set of responsibilities? And you want to have spent time building the relationships that people understood that you were acting in good faith and wanted to be there for the long term as opposed to just maximizing your short term gain.
I think you made a really good point about lots of the successful entrepreneur have eyes on the long term. So
Yeah.
if you could go back in time, give your younger self one piece of guiding principle, what would that be?
When you start, the answer to most things should probably be yes. But quickly, you need to establish or earn the right to say no. So commit yourself to projects that will challenge you. Don't think that you have to be perfectly qualified to then agree to do something. If somebody asks you to be on a committee, or hey, be brash and ask to be on a committee. You don't have to have all the skill sets, but by committing to do it, you also committed to acquire those skills. So both challenge yourself and give your some space and time in there.